Drummoyne.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise today to speak about the Minns Labor government's low and mid-rise housing policy and the real impact it's having on my community in Drummoyne. In November last year, the first DA under this policy was lodged with the City of Canada Bay Council. It will not be the last. In fact, it will set the precedent for what happens across the peninsula. And if this is the benchmark, development with no infrastructure, then my community has every reason to be concerned. This first DA seeks to demolish 5 character homes on the corner of St George's Crescent and Queen Victoria Street. It removes 18 mature trees to make way for a 9-storey luxury apartment block containing 55 dwellings, including so-called affordable housing in what has long been a quiet residential street. That's a massive shift, and it's happening without the infrastructure to support it. Let me be clear, Madam Speaker, we need more housing, but we need the right housing in the right locations with the right infrastructure. That's not what we're seeing here. Are luxury apartments 1 street back from the water with water views really the answer to the housing challenges we face as a society? I've spoken to a resident who lives directly next door to this site. Their home will be overshadowed by 9 stories. That is not a good planning outcome in any way, shape or form. I want to acknowledge the Drummoyne Responsible Development Action Group and residents advocating for a better outcome, including Jacqueline, Dennis, Stephen, Paul and others. My community is not opposed to housing, they are asking for proper planning. And they're right, because Drummoyne is a peninsula. Access on the eastern side of Victoria Road is already constrained. Traffic is already at capacity. The Rosal interchange has made congestion worse, not better. We've been asking for traffic signalling and light changes to fix the network since the interchange opened in 2023. 2 years later, and nothing's been resolved, and we're still waiting for someone to show any sort of interest in fixing the problem. Now, this very same Minns Labor government is adding more density to this area, which is already choked up. Even within this single development, 72 underground parking spaces are being proposed, which is around 1.3 spots per apartment. That will not be enough. Overflow will fill into already overcrowded streets. Parking is already a daily battle. Where are these extra cars meant to go? It assumes a car ownership rate that simply doesn't reflect the reality in Drummoyne. I've long said we should be incentivising more parking, not less, and allowing flexibility for basement parking so markets can decide what's needed in communities. Because the truth is, in Drummoyne, people rely on their cars. They rely on their cars because the public transport is inadequate. There's no metro in Drummoyne, there's no train station. Light rail is over 3 kilometres away. Buses are at capacity in peak periods. Ferry services are also constrained. Good luck getting on a ferry on a sunny weekend in Drummoyne. Our community needs the ferry service because of a lack of public transport, and yet nothing is being done to improve the service for the population of today, let alone what's coming tomorrow. So I ask the government, what modelling supports the decision to apply the low and mid-rise housing policy in Drummoyne? And where is the infrastructure to back it up? Because right now there is none. Health infrastructure is also under pressure in our community. Concord Hospital emergency wait times are increasing. There's no commitment to expand capacity alongside this growth. We've got growth everywhere, 18,000 homes with Homebush Todd. We've got 5 dock development coming, Burwood North development coming. We're not opposed to development, but we want it in the right locations and supported by infrastructure. Madam Speaker, there's not a single dollar. This government has not put forward a single dollar for stage 2 of the redevelopment of Concord Hospital. We're being asked to absorb more residents right across our community without the services to support them. That's not coordinated planning. That's why I say this low and mid-rise housing policy is lazy and arrogant. It's a one-size-fits-all approach to very different communities. It totally ignores the infrastructure complaints, it ignores local character, and it sidelines community participation in planning. I've served on council. I know this. Good planning doesn't happen like this. You have to bring the community along with you. You do that by planning and having a holistic view of future strategic planning. It works. We've met every benchmark in recent years in the Canada Bay Council area when it comes to population targets and delivering density. Madam Speaker, my community is not saying no to planning in Drummoyne, but what it is saying is that what are we seeing with this policy? Because what it is showing us is that maximum height in high value locations is what this government is seeking. We want a better plan. We want to work with the Minister on this, and I say to the Minister, please listen to us and please work with us. Thank you.